Hello, welcome back to Podcassidy. We have Cassie Butler here again. Um, Cass squared, part two, if you will. Cass quadrupled to the fourth. Is that how that
Nobody
works?
needs that. This reality cannot physically withstand cast to the fourth.
I don't know math, but that sounds right to me. So, if you peeps remember, last time that Cassie was here, we were talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ, I can hear myself. Hold on. Okay, all right, better. That was not gonna happen. Um, but last time, oh, we have so many people here already.
Oh wow.
I know Jay, Jordan, Will, Vance, Bradley, and Lori. Oh my God, hi! And Max is here too. Uh, I must admit, Max is a doubter. He's a
Max is
doubter
trying to
of.
drum up business because he knows what a bad idea cast to the fourth is. And he's just trying to be like,
Yeah. So gonna have to really drive it home because we got a doubter in the audience here. All right. Well, last time Cassie was here, she talked about human design, and then I asked her, how do I get my own human design reading? And we talked about it, and why not just put it live? Why not? Why not
so
just put it all out there?
we're going to get to here in a couple of minutes exactly why that's kind of perfect for you because you do
Oh,
that. You
God.
test it in production. That's kind of your vibe.
Okay. All right. All right. Start us up. Remind everyone, what is human design? What are we about to get into?
So, human design is a really comprehensive system that lays out basically what your soul came here to do and the gifts that you came here to accomplish it with. It tells you how you get your assignments from the universe, how your energy works, kind of the part that you play in relation to the rest of humanity. And it also gives you some clues about like the things that you're just naturally very gifted in. Um, and then my favorite thing is it tells me my life purpose. Like, who wouldn't love a shortcut to that? Like that's just a great idea. So yours. So how we'll go through it is I'll go through it with we'll start with like your energy type and kind of what that means. And then we will go into what your authority is, which is kind of like how you make decisions with confidence. Then we'll go into what your profile is, which is both the kind of like the role that you play or the costume that you wear in the world, both like how you feel internally and the stuff that other people will like come to you for or like ask you for, or the situations that your body will get you into because there's stuff you need to learn from it in this life. Um, we'll go over your top 4 gifts and your primary channels, which are like your superpowers. And then we'll talk about how that folds into what your life purpose is. And then we'll talk about what your environment, if we get to it, because like it's a ton of information and we only have an hour. If we get to it, we'll talk about like what your ideal environment and how you like digest information and food and that kind of stuff. So does anyone have any questions before we dive in? Just checking the chat.
I know. That's the weird thing about it having a delay. So if there are questions, we won't know for like a minute. But it's okay. It's okay.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Okay. So your energy type, you are what's known as a manifesting generator, which means that you ever played pinball?
Yes.
That's what you do with interests for like learning purposes. You pivot and like pick stuff up and drop it and experiment and just like you're doing stuff. You're on side quests 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. All of it has a purpose. If you're attracted to it, if it lights you up, if it gives you that like that very bodily like fuck yeah, I'm supposed to follow this feeling, doesn't matter why, can't show your work, you're supposed to follow it. The trick with being a manifesting generator is that it's a very like your aura is very enveloping and very projecting as long as you are very it's big, it's very attractive and magnetic. So as long as you're doing stuff that lights you up and doing stuff you actually want to be doing, it is going to bring you into contact with people who can help you. Just because like they see what you're doing and they're like, that looks cool. As a manifesting generator, you the strategy for that, which is like how you get your assignments from the universe, is to respond. So like you wait for some kind of ping from the universe. It is very like how it comes through can be different. Like sometimes it's you heard a lyric in a song and that gives you an idea and you're like, oh, I should go research this thing. Or you'll be in a conversation with a friend and you'll be like, ooh, we should be on a podcast episode together. And then like that happens. It's very, the responding part. The other part with being a manifesting generator is like, once you get the thing that you're supposed to do, because it's kind of a combo of two different energy types, and the other one is manifester, and their job is to inform. So once you know what you're supposed to do, because you are quite literally like a little bit like a wrecking ball or a pinball, you just go do stuff. And so people will feel bowled over by you if you don't stop to just tell them what you're doing. You're not asking for permission. All you're doing is saying, oh, I want to do things, so I'm going to go do thing. And then that gives anybody who would be impacted about it like a heads up that it's going to happen so that they're not stressed out by what you're doing. And it just kind of cuts down any resistance in your way. So you'll find that like if you're waiting to respond to things and then just talking about what you're going to do, things are going to work a lot more smoothly. You're going to have to put in a lot less effort to get a lot more output in return. The other thing with this type is you don't do open-ended questions super well. They probably like what's for dinner probably stresses you out. But like, do you want pizza or do you want tacos? Like you need stuff to respond to. So stuff that gives you like that yes, no, or gives you that opportunity to like check in with your body and see like, what does my body actually say yes to? Will give you a lot more confidence in the decisions that you're making. Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
You have a question?
No, not a question. I'm reflecting.
Okay.
My life as you talk.
So your inner authority is what's known as sacral authority. So that means that you quite literally feel it in your body. You get a yes or a no. And it's very like with the sacral, what they talk about a lot is it's either an like in your gut or an like it's a sound. Like your body makes like a sound that you feel is the best way that I can think of to put it. It's pretty instantaneous and not subtle, like at all. Like you know, if you think you don't know, chances are your sacral has spoken and what it told you to do feels risky or scary. Time to put your big girl pants on, TBH. Because like it said what it said, and like it's not going to change its mind because it is trying to always like find the things that are going to feel creative and pleasurable and sustainable for you. Because that's what the sacral is it's like the creativity center. And so like all of that like passion and lust for life and ability to create and like have, intimate connections with other humans, it's all born from there. And so it's always trying to drive you towards experiences that will fulfill that purpose. So your profile, the other thing, how you know you're on the right track as a manifesting generator is you feel very satisfied. Like, you ever had you post something and it does super well and you just like go back and keep reading it and you're like, yeah, that was funny as shit. Like that fuck yeah kind of success baby meme feeling. That's how you know like you're on the right track. You're making a good decision. If you're frustrated, if it feels like you're spinning your wheels, if you're like, what is the point? If you've got that just like existential blah feeling, there is probably somewhere in your life that you are acting out of what you think you should do and not what your body actually wants to do. because like that frustrated spinning your wheels feeling is your what's known as your not self theme, which is how you know like that's your red flag that like something is not working. So when I have that happen, because I'm a generator, so I have that same not self theme, I'll kind of like look at my life and be like, okay, where am I shoulding myself? And like, what's one way I can make that like 10% more something I actually want? And like those tiny iterative shifts, if you make it 10% better 10 times, that's 100% fixed. Girl math.
Right.
So you are what's known, your profile is a 1-3. And so it is, the tagline for that one is known as the establisher of truth and knowledge, which I always find funny. And like, for some reason, like I'm in this period of my life where I am like a moth to the flame for 1-3s, because like all of the people I'm connecting with, all of them on LinkedIn, like probably 85% of them are 1-3s. So like I don't know what that's about right now, but clearly there's something that like I need to learn from y'all, because
so you
like,
have a type is what you're saying.
Clearly like it's bizarre. Every single person that has just like kind of sparkled like a quest item for me at least either has another 5 or is a 1-3 or has a 3. Like it is weird. And so this one, hang on, I actually want to pull up yeah, so this one, the one part is the part that you're aware of. These are the behaviors that you feel like you have control over that will feel somewhat familiar to you. The 3 part is the unconscious part. This is the part that like the world will ask of you, or the way that like your body will seek wisdom without you being consciously aware of it. So what we'll do is I'll go over the sub archetypes and kind of what those pieces mean, and then we'll go over what they mean together. So the investigator, the first part, you are forever down some rabbit hole. You are diving deep to learn everything on subjects that interest you. Because this is your conscious expression, you're probably very aware of that need to research things and to have a thorough understanding before you just throw yourself into something. There is a conscious insecurity when you don't have all the facts. It is very hard to feel safe if you don't feel like you like know everything or are like prepared. It's very uncomfortable because you have to know the why and the how of things. Like it's not really negotiable for you. Confidence comes from feeling well prepared. The drive to know things is a primary driving force, and that thirst for knowledge for you is a primary pillar of like what you came here to do in this life. Understanding things completely helps you feel safe. You proactively seek safety through knowledge. You're probably the subject matter expert in multiple things, like in your friend groups. Can confirm you're the meme expert in my group. Some people will understand this as you being a know-it-all or being nosy, because they cannot conceive of a world where they have the energy to have the same level of curiosity that you do. That's not a you problem. That's them projecting their insecurity on you. That's not something you have to fix. Fuck them. Because for you, it comes naturally because it's part of your gift. You don't require the same energy for curiosity that creates their questions. Like it's just how you operate. So like, it's like somebody asking you why you have a nose. Like, what do you mean? Like, I just do. It's very much like that. It's so much a part of who you are. It doesn't necessarily mean you're driven towards formal education all the times, because like not everybody's neurotype is set up for the way that traditional education functions. But you probably love a YouTube rabbit hole, and 13 of 10 recommend diving down every single one that interests you, because you don't know why yet, but there will come a time where you will be required to weave that stuff together for some like weird purpose that you never could have seen coming. Ask me how I know. I also have a 1 in my profile. And it trust me, there will be times it seems completely unrelated. Do it anyway. Like, you don't know why till later, but when you know why, you'll be like, I love past Cassidy. She had my back. The other thing that can get a little annoying for other people that is not your problem to fix, you question things more intensely to a different level than like most people. Like, you got questions. Like, you can't be anybody's ride or die. Like, you want to know where we're going, what time we're getting there. Do I need to bring shoes? Do I need to bring snacks? Like, you need all the info before you
That's
commit
why
to
I'm
a
a
thing.
recruiter.
Like, yes, like you're probably a damn good one because you probably do your research. So the three part of this, the unconscious part of this, is what's called the experimenter, or what I like to call the queen of fuck around and find out. So you learn through trial and error via chaos delivered by the universe. You are probably a person who has a lot of those "you are never going to believe what just fucking happened to me" stories. You're literally here to try out experiences and experiment by seeing what works and what doesn't, and then gleaning wisdom from the outcome. Like, as a manifesting generator who was going to do that anyway, like, I love when I see a 1-3 who's also an MG, because like, if they can figure out how to just not give a fuck, they are living their best life. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is why, like, the more unhinged your memes are, like, now that I know this about you, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna
Because
have like this introspective.
yes,
Every time you see my meme, you're gonna be like, I know why she posted that.
yeah, I'm be
I
like,
know why.
somebody is pressure testing societal structures, and I love that for her. So you very much come across, like, in your life as sort of like chaos incarnate. Like, a lot of weird random shit just happens to you. The universe keeps delivering opportunities for you to fuck around and find out your way out of stuff that would have killed other people. You do get a lot of bumps and scrapes from existing in the world, but each one comes with like a cool story or a lesson. And it is ultimately like what you're supposed to be doing here. It is your primary method of gathering research to fulfill that one part, like doing stuff, like side questing. It's very valuable for people with a 3 in their profile. You very much learn the hard way by doing, but that experiential resilience is irreplaceable. You also, if you feel called to like figure something out, you're never going to take anybody else's advice for it, because like you need to do it yourself. There are sometimes you're really good at like gathering other people's stories, so you can be like, ooh, that is sufficient wisdom. I don't actually need to fuck around and find out there. It ends up being like the cultural perception that failure doesn't really apply to you, because every failure teaches you something, and that knowledge is so valuable that like the failures are just a factor of how it happened. Like, it's not. I'm trying to think of how failures and missteps are just like roads, like stones on the road to success for you. Like, they have to be there for you to get to like what you're supposed to be doing. So they almost don't hit as hard, or you're able to shrug them off easier, because like it just doesn't impact you to the same level. Very much like water off a duck's back type situation when stuff doesn't work out. There can be a need. The shadow side of this one is that this driving need to control your path. You can't see where you're going, so trying to control it is pointless. Trust your body to navigate whatever chaos that you uncover, because you're literally built for that. Okay, so those together. I'm just checking the chat while I'm.
I know, you okay? You okay, Cassie?
Fighting
That's
for
a
my
lot
life.
of talking. Let me check in with you real quick. How are you? You're doing good? Okay.
I got that Chisholm Riz. I'm fine.
Perfect.
Okay, so those things together. You are a natural spiritual seeker whose truth evolves as you do. You're always establishing what truth is for you by experimenting with what's true for you. It's how you build knowledge through constant evolution. You're destined to be an authority on yourself, but you don't want attention until you feel qualified to speak about it. Which is unfortunate in 2026, because the rules are changing and no one's qualified to speak about anything. So everyone should just start talking. It can't get worse. You will keep learning, building, and changing based on what you've learned. Don't be afraid to move on from stuff if you've squeezed all the juice out of it. You might be blocking your ability to get lit up in a whole new way by trying to like finish something out. Because like once you've learned what you need to from it, pivot. Like you're like Ross on Friends, scream and pivot in the corner. Like it's you have to. Um, you are very naturally skeptical with a tendency to question everything, and it's very hard to lie to you because you have a nose for truth and an inherent detector for bullshit. Probably makes you a great recruiter. The primary lesson to learn with this one is there is no level of knowing enough that will completely insulate you from discomfort. You're a person who knows their shit because you've been through the shit and you filter the outcomes through your own high standards. And when I say shit, that is borrowed from Carolina Chanis, and it stands for survival hardware I'm transmuting. So, like, potential shadow expressions to watch out for. Don't hold off on contributing because you don't think you know enough. Sometimes the function that you serve is just to help somebody create the curiosity for their or to create the container for their own curiosity. So like you don't have to be able to answer every question just because you introduce somebody to a concept or to a thing. So don't be afraid if you have a little bit of knowledge and you feel called to speak on it. If you're getting something to respond to, give it. You're supposed to. What I find funny is like famous 1-3s. When you look at their behavior, it kind of crystallizes for me. So like Beyonce, Princess Di, Andy Warhol, Pablo Picasso.
Beyonce?
Like Beyonce. Do you remember in 2015 when Beyonce dropped Lemonade and she was the first artist to ever do a stealth drop and like broke the whole internet?
Yeah.
Like that is big 1-3 energy because it's like, okay, I know my shit. I know this industry. Let's change the game and see what happens. Andy Warhol, like, dude looked at some soup cans, was like, what if that was art? No one's ever done soup can art before. And like, it's now a thing and it's a big cultural zeitgeist. Pablo Picasso, like his whole thing, like his pivoting was so intense. Like his periods are studied as part of art history. And like Princess Di walked into the royal family and was like, ha, what if nope? And is still having an impact in that family 30 years after her death. Like that is 1-3 energy. That is fuck around, find out. Like I know what I know. So any questions?
No.
Okay.
Again, I'm processing. I am intaking. Yeah, I mean, sounds right.
Feeling red for filth?
Yeah,
that's what usually happens.
a little bit.
All right, so let's go over your primary channels. So these are like, you have 9 different energy centers in the body graph, which I meant to send you ahead of this. I'll send it to you after. It'll make more sense. But basically there are 9 different energy centers that correspond with the Brahmin Hindu chakra system. And those energy centers all have gates in them, which have gifts that correspond to those gates. And so there are spots in your chart where the energy centers, you'll have a gate in one and a gate in the other. And so you'll be able to connect what's called the channel, which means that you have access to that full superpower, because a lot of times the gates will be flip sides of a coin, essentially. And so you'll have access to an entire superpower by having that whole channel. So you have 2 primary channels. Let me pull up my notes. All right. Okay, so your first channel is the 1762, and this is what's called the channel of acceptance or the channel of organization. So this connects the gate 17 of opinions in the ajna, which lets you conceptualize patterns and kind of like logically think through future states if you follow various paths, to the gate 62 of details in the crown chakra, which gives you the energy to translate complex concepts into clear roadmaps for action, by like looking at things and being able to visually recognize the pattern and like see where stuff isn't working. and reorganize it into like hierarchies and workflows that just make sense. So kind of what that means is like your mind was built for step-by-step analysis and logical workflows. So you can look at a whole system and like pick out the moving parts and then see the parts that aren't moving and just kind of know like what's not working and like what you need to tweak to get everything to move optimally. You can take the messy abstract goals and processes and produce an SOP for exactly how to enact that in the real day to day. That again, probably a really great recruiter because you can a hiring manager can be like, I want somebody who has, synergy or whatever. And then you can like look at what their team does and figure out what that actually means and be able to like match up somebody's resume with the ability to like fulfill that need. Chaos hates to see you coming unless it's kinky because then it wants you to spank it into shape. So it's a win-win.
Okay, that's one way to phrase it.
Listen, I don't have to explicitly sell the value adds of a human design reading with me. All right. I refuse to be normal, and everyone should know. So the other one that you have is the 2034, which is the channel of charisma. 10,000 followers on LinkedIn doesn't lie, y'all. So what this means is that you have an innate ability to find work that you love and generate your prosperity from that source. You command attention and people naturally want to follow your lead because they can sense that you're about it. Like you're one of those don't talk about it, be about it kind of people. And this channel connects the powerhouse in your sacral to your manifestation portal. So this makes any of your like fuck yes stuff that you just like know in your body instantaneously. Like once you get that thing to respond to and you speak it, you have a manifestation portal. Like when you say it, it happens. Like you have the ability to speak stuff into reality in a way that's like on another level.
Can I please get $1 million right now? Please, for the love of God, I could use it.
Yes, but it's in Chitcoin, so.
See, it's like a genie. I'd make a wish, but there's something
it goes so sideways.
Man. All right.
But like in certain circles, being a chitillionaire is very impressive. Like this one. That's the circle. So this gift is very much tied to the ability to function in the now and the strategy of responding. So you respond to the truth of your fuck yes in the moment, and then the manifestation follows. You can't manipulate this power into being for anything you don't actually want. So like you can't, like, this isn't something you can be like, oh, I want to do super good job. So like the tech bro that owns my company can like get extra Chitcoin. No, that's not going to work. It has to be something you actually want because it lights your soul up. Don't waste time planning or worrying. Just act if you get the ping that lights you up and it feels aligned. Your body knows what's true for you and what to do about that to elevate you to your highest good. You will inspire and influence others, whether you choose to do so intentionally or not. So like memes are a great choice. It's a good, like easy medium. The people take what they want from the memes. It's nourishment. Mm-hmm. All right. It links the heartbeat of your life to your throat, which is where you create action. So your thoughts are supposed to become instant deeds. You're here very much to follow your own unique path. This is one of the weirdo channels. You are the trend setter, not the trend follower. So stay engaged with what is personally satisfying to you. And that's how you wield that superpower effectively. This power is also instantly recognized by others, and they respond accordingly when you act in accordance with your strategy and authority. So like, this is how you become a mother duck with like little ducklings following you into a zany future with lots of memes. Yeah. Which like personally sounds great. Okay, time check. We are about halfway through. Do you have any questions?
No. I definitely see definitely the professional side. Like my recruiter and like the way that I go about work, I definitely see that in what you're saying.
And Max, I am not roasting her. Point of fact, human design is roasting her, and I would just like to acknowledge that. I am merely the conduit.
Mhm.
All right. So, your primary gift. So, your life purpose is informed by your primary gifts. They are uh they break down like in your chart to be what is called your unconscious sun and earth and your conscious sun and earth. And so they serve slightly different functions. Let me find it so I can explain them real quick. Real quick. Okay. So the primary gift, the conscious sun. This is the one that you're aware of and feel like you are in control of. It's your greatest strength and your superpower. Again, this is one of the ones that you're like very aware of. And yours is 55. Let me go look it up. I have notes because I cannot, like, I got too much ADHD to keep all this stuff in my head all the time. So I have to make hella notes. All right. So your primary gift in life, like your driving purpose, is abundance and generosity of spirit. So what that means is like you have intense emotional waves, but a strong faith that you'll always find the deeper meaning out of life's confusion. You have an unshakable connection to the universe, and it goes beyond material abundance. You have the ability to deeply feel all of the aspects of the human experience, which is like the whole thing that our souls came here to do in this lifetime. Um, and your lows aren't like you're not just doing donuts in the parking lot of Sad Boy Land for no reason. That is actually like very fertile, creative ground where you are planting the seeds that will then like bloom into something incredible when you're in a high tide again. Because like emotions are cyclical; they do just they come around again. This gift is the epitome of the breakdown to breakthrough pipeline. Like Brene Brown has this quote about how like it's only a breakdown until you have the breakthrough. So like the stuff that like really hits hard, that like really feels like it's breaking your whole like essence down to the studs and rebuilding it, is like actually the stuff that you end up getting the most wisdom from in your life. Now, the shadow aspect of this is that it can lead to feeling powerless or avoiding difficult emotions because, like, it gets fucking tiresome to be sad. Yeah, it does. That's real. But when you don't let yourself just like almost like wallow in it or just like accept it or surrender to it, you're stepping around your power when you try to shortcut that deep and intense emotional experience. Nobody's punishing you or out to get you, and thoughts along that line just kind of keep you mired in that lack mindset. So if you just like approach those like low periods of mood, because they're going to hit us all, especially if it's 2026 outside. But if you just approach it with like, man, I can't wait to see what like creatively comes out of this for me. Like, man, the memes are going to be fucking sick. Like, just approach all of it from that because it is only as serious as you take it.
That might be the first thing you said where I'm like, I don't know about that one. Just because I don't do well sitting in like discomfort. I can't stand it.
Growth opportunity.
Maybe I'm just freaking traumatized or something, but I can't stand it. Like if someone's upset with me, like I need to fix it then. I'm not going to be I can't wallow.
It is not your job to manage the version of you who lives in other people's heads, babe. That's exhausting. You'll give yourself an autoimmune disorder doing that shit. Nope. Be mad at me for free. Again, like a lot of these, like this is what it came here to do. It doesn't necessarily mean life set you up to do it. Some of this shit happens after a lot of fucking therapy. This is in my like I have the channel that has 3955. So this is part of one of my superpowers. And so yeah, so when I tell you it's irritating to be so like dramatic and emotional all the time, but it's also how like, you know how a baby experiences the world by putting everything in their mouth and chewing on it from like 6 to 12 months old? Like I'm very much that, but with emotions.
Mm.
Like I have to cut my teeth on experience. But yeah, it's annoying. I hear you. So the second.
Before we do that, Cassie,
Mhm.
someone asked a question. Chantel asked you directly if it's a Rob Zombie drawing behind you.
It's not. It is Matcha Man, Randy Savage, because he's all green. But I do a version of a Rob Zombie that does look kind of like that. That I actually just stumbled on in my photos recently.
At the end of this, you'll have to show us your photos,
Oh God,
your paintings.
yeah, there's a lot of them. Like I forget I do art until I stumble on like a like progress series of progress photos in my phone, and I'm like, I did that. Peak ADHD. I have 17 hobbies a day. It's kind of crazy. Let me look at. All right, so then the other one is the next one is your conscious earth. So this is the grounding force that allows you to kind of stabilize and fulfill that primary gift, the purpose, and then your wider life purpose. Yours is Google Docs acts like I will not fight it in a Denny's parking lot, but I will. Yours, so your conscious earth is your like grounding, stabilizing one is called the gate of intimacy. So this is the drive to create intimacy with other humans because the sum of our combined experience is so much richer than the individual parts. So you have a drive and a talent for finding creative ways to pierce through people's walls and get them to connect to you. Uh, Again, memes. It's like a jackhammer for connection. You probably get a lot of like, I would never tell this to another person, but like from random people, like in the produce aisle, at the store, like all kinds of random places, because you forge strong connection in the fires of vulnerability. So you are magnetic to other people who are also here with the purpose of co-creating. There is a high capacity for physical intimacy and creative expression. So your life is meant to be lived in your body, like that sacral response. Like you are meant to live an embodied life so that you are like engaging with the world through how you feel. And then you're supposed to like translate that and express it through creativity. The shadow side of that is that if you don't internally learn to internally validate your own worth, it can become a tool that just helps you gather unhealthy attachments that end up running your life. So that is from personal experience. I also have that one. And so then your unconscious sun, this is your like what? Oh, sorry, page break. Hidden. This is the hidden talent that will transform your life when you learn to lean into it. Yours is 34. Yours is magnetic charisma. So like this is a peak part of that primary channel that we talked about. This is the one of the specific gates in that channel. Like it's you have it to such an intense degree, it's part of your life purpose. So this is the ability to get shit done. You can take visions and turn them into reality by utilizing your unique skills and talents to create an action plan. It works best when you don't try to like wield the power, but just kind of let it flow as it naturally does because you're acting in alignment with like following what you actually want to do. You can tap into it and force it if you need to, but you're going to burn out really fast. If you don't stranglehold it and just kind of let it flow as it wants to, then you can kind of tap into that power just like as needed, as long as you're following something you actually want to do. You have a strong faith and an inner strength that others can sense, and you have this ability to be able to like lend it to people so that like everyone gets uplifted if you feel strongly about something. The shadow side of this can be not knowing when to quit because something has served its purpose and is no longer aligned with you. If you're tired, rest. Put some shit down. That's too much shit.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? I can never. Ever. Always need to go.
What are you running from, Cassidy? That's a that's a discussion for a third episode.
Oh God. You'll actually make me cry on that one.
Think of the lashes.
It's okay. My appointment's on Saturday. I needed
Okay.
a refill, so this was a good time in case I do cry, which I don't plan to. Hopefully.
You might have manifested some shit though. You never know.
I did say it, so.
So your unconscious earth, this is like your connection to source. Like this is how you strengthen your like spiritual footprint, for lack of a better term. And so yours is, it's called the gate of now, or truth telling with effervescence. And so this is a talent for being fully present and talking your shit. So what you say in the moment, you say, because that shit is true. At least for you and at least one other person in the vicinity that needed to hear it. That is in fact your permission slip to never shut the fuck up. So just like jot that down. If you got one of those cops in your head that tells you that you're too much, sometimes just like throw some donuts at him and ignore him, because he's wrong, like hella wrong, like a lot. You operate entirely in the present. Scripting, we don't know her. This bit us in the ass last night, because we were like, well, should we call this podcast episode? Because we had like a last minute change and we were fighting for our lives trying to name this shit.
No, we for real, like it took hours. I had to take a break from it because we were playing poker.
Everyone was stressed out.
Come back to it.
Like,
and then didn't even end up going with the one that we chose.
Y'all are lucky this wasn't 2 cast 1 chart. It was on the list.
that was on the list.
So like trying to plan ahead too aggressively, or like just trust you're supposed to fuck around and figure it out. Trust that you're going to get the message when you need it. Like you have a very consistent energy, like both your third eye and the throat, like speaking communication energy. So like your ability to process what you're supposed to get from inspiration and downloads and then say what you need to say so that what's supposed to happen happens is just how it happens for you. Like, so the biggest struggle with that is learning to trust. Like you'll have the words you're supposed to have when you're supposed to have them. The shadow side of this can come there. I also have this one. There's a tendency to give unsolicited advice, or to be overly strategic about what to say. Go with your gut. I call it let go and let goblin, because you're literally supposed to be like that. There is probably some shadow work for you around visibility or feeling unheard. Like almost always with this gift. And so those coalesce together to give you what's called the right angle cross of the sleeping phoenix, which I made notes, but they are in a different notebook. Okay. So right angle means that you have an inherently selfish life purpose. You came here to go on a very personal journey that other people are supposed to learn from. But you're not here to worry about them. Like you're here to worry about your business and your lane. The part about it being the sleeping phoenix specifically means that like how all 4 of those specific gifts roll up together helps give you a lifetime focused on like individual empowerment, living very authentically in the present and embracing like those cycles of like rebirth and transmutation, and like understanding that like stuff gets broken down so it can compost something better in its place. It's very like your soul chose to be alive right now because like we are going through the rebirth of society, not to be dramatic about it. There's a global awakening afoot. And so we're moving away from that like polished, perfect influencer with the PR team and all of that kind of like Kardashian culture, into more homegrown, very authentic, very, I'm an actual person, I'm a real life goblin type shit. And so, like, you quite literally came here to show other people how to do that by being aggressively yourself all the time and responding to whatever is true for you in the moment. Like, if the whole government can do it, why not you?
Why not?
All right. So your primary sense, like how you interpret the world, how your like spidey senses, inner vision. So you are extremely creative. You are big, like Walt Disney energy. You're the kind of person who, like, if you have an idea, you'll spin it over 1,000 times in your head so that your first prototype nails like 99 out of 100 of what you wanted. Like, you're just good at stuff because you spent so much time doing pre-work up here, like for everything, all the time. There was one other. Oh, manifestation. This is my favorite.
Oh God.
So you are what's called a specific manifester. So like when you want something, you quite literally put in an Uber Eats order to the universe. And like, I'm so not joking. I told a client that once, and she went home and used Canva to make a vision board of her like ideal man, one of her ideal man. It was a 4-man plan, but one of her ideal men. Later that week, that man shows up at her door because he happens to be in town and happens to catch her like at a place she's not normally at. He's in town when he normally lives in Guam, and like just happens to like make the connection, and it ends up being like a super fruitful, like professional connection for her. And just like she quite literally put in an Uber Eats order to the universe. So like the more specific you can get, like if you're trying to manifest a vacation, where do you want to go? How much do you want to pay for tickets? How much do you want to pay for the resort? What do you want to wear on the plane? What are you going to order like for your food on the flight? Like, what are you going to order for room service? Like, what drinks are you going to order on the beach? Like, get as detailed and specific as you can. The more clearly you can visualize it, the more specifically the universe hears you and is like, heard, chef, and just like drops it in your lap.
It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it, Cassie. Like, man.
Are you trying to manifest from a lack mindset? Are you trying to be like, I want $1 million because I don't have $1 million? Or are you trying to be like, I want $1 million because the bitch deserves $1 million?
Well, more so like the things that I like put my mind to. I'm like, I want to go and do it. I feel like it's not dropped in my, like, I'm like, I want, like, when I keep saying like and starting my sentence over. Okay. My HR certificate, for example. I didn't have any HR experience. I had recruiting experience. And I said, but I think I want to go into HR. So I studied and I went and got the certificate. So, you know, I wasn't handed an HR job. I wish. I was applying.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm in recruiting still. But it works out because I don't think I'm a good fit for HR.
You fucked around, found out, and learned something from it.
I'm glad I have the knowledge.
Yeah. Again, like that knowledge can be useful. It, especially, I'm realizing in this moment, I don't know how recruiting and HR are different. I mean, they are, but I didn't realize you couldn't
like
just
a
like
certain part of like HR is more encompassing and recruiting is like part of it. And some organizations, HR falls under it. Some organizations, it's like separately.
Mm-hmm.
But like overall, kind of like falls under the HR umbrella.
Huh. Okay. I just know I'm a nightmare for all of them. On
Perfect.
purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I just talked this whole time, but that is basically what a human design reading is. So, also, I'm just terrible at comments. That's a skill set I don't have. I need to build.
It's okay because it has been carried this entire time. Like Van, Chantel, Max messaged me, he got comment banned. So he ran out of comments. Laura, Renee, we had Shelly in here earlier. Like, there's a ton of people. Bradley. Did I say Jeff? I don't know if I said Jeff yet. Jeff's in there.
Well, thank you everybody for watching me talk at Cassidy for 53 minutes. Feels like a lot, but I also never shut up. I've got several of those gifts myself, about the not shutting up ones. So I'm just like this. Probably till I die.
All right. So, Cassie, what's my life purpose now? What do I do with my life?
So
now that you have this information about me.
I'm about to piss you off because I'm about to give you the same answer that the universe gave me in 2019 when I started asking what my purpose was.
Uh-huh.
It is quite literally to be you at people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is. Have you watched the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No, you know I don't watch movies. Everyone knows I don't watch movies. That's
Max,
like my
put
thing.
that on the list. So in this movie, in that movie, and spoiler alerts, plug your ears if you haven't seen it. It's an absolutely incredible movie. But in the movie, there's a lot of like timeline hopping and like quantum entangling yourself with like other versions of reality. And the way that you access like knowledge of that is to do the most random, unhinged, authentic thing you can think of in the moment. And so like quite literally with the right angle cross of the sleeping phoenix, like it's like that deep emotional expressive energy that gives you that like raw sacral power. Like, you are here to show other people how to be their most authentic empowered selves by being your most authentic empowered self. Like, you are supposed to be selfish. If in all things, you should evaluate what's in it for me, because when with a right angle cross, if you're not thinking about yourself, you're already off track. Other people will naturally learn from what you do to serve your soul's purpose.
Well, I don't know how much I love about it being about me. not fan of that.
Yeah, there is a people pleasing part of you you're gonna have to kill to make life work, right?
And that's probably also why memes have always done way better for me than any of my recruiting content ever did. Which I still sometimes make, but
the memes are how you got me, so
yeah. I know. I did a poll, I think it was like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago maybe. And I was like, would you still hire me as your recruiter knowing the memes that I share? And a bunch of people were like, I didn't know that you're a recruiter.
I, strictly speaking, think I was one of those people. I was like, Cassidy's a recruiter?
And the next day is when America's Next Top Recruiter was added to my headline. I was like, all right, clearly I'm not branding correctly if people don't realize this is what I do.
You're my meme dealer. That's all I need from you. Like, I don't like, listen, it is 2026. Women are tired. You get to just have one job for me. Like, I don't need you to do everything.
Yeah. Yes, this is very interesting. There are a lot of things that I keep trying to force my life down a certain path and plan it, and it keeps forcing me down other ones.
That is the signal for you, babe, that you that release your stranglehold on the need to know. And like, I know it sounds insane, but you genuinely will be happier. Yeah. So like, a standard reading with me is not this rapid fire. It typically takes about 2 hours to go through all this stuff, because like Also, I'm not trying to dox you with your personal life experiences, but like usually
Yeah.
there is like coaching that goes along with clients where I'm like, that situation we discussed, like here's the thing where you could apply like this principle and maybe get a different outcome.
Gotcha. You know what? That's a good point. So if someone wants their own reading, if they want to do this, probably not live, like I did. What
It's
would
ballsy and I respect it.
what do they need to do?
You can book a discovery call with me at Human Design by Cass. Or you can slide in my DMs, Cassie Butler, CKM on LinkedIn.
Designed by Cass, but I'm Cass.
Or we can find it out. We can find the Denny's parking lot in between the two of us. I'll meet you there. I'm just kidding. I threaten a lot of physical violence for someone who can't actually fight.
Funny comment. Jay said, Cassie, I told my dad I watch a recruiter on LinkedIn. He asked me what company they work for. I was like, the one that says the name on her pay stub. So I don't have my employer listed because I don't think they would quite appreciate all of the memes that I share. It's just the vibe that I got. So if you go to my profile, it does say that I'm employed, but it's with a super duper cool manufacturer. And it's cool because now when people are asking me for jobs with AI generated ones, I can tell because they're like, hi, I want to explore what opportunities you have available with a super duper cool manufacturer. I'm like, none. Sorry. Doesn't exist. All right. Well, let's see. What time is it? We got 3 minutes left. Do you want to go over your art real quick? Show
yes.
Your Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh god. So hold please. The cameraman sucks. The cameraman is me. So this is Macho Man Candy Savage, the cross with Willy Wonka. This is Pride Macho Man. It's June, so he's sexy and flexy. This is Matcha Man because he's all green. This is Nacho Man Randy Fromage. That is random flower art. Me and my children. And then I also do acrylic pour, usually in Pride themes because we gay as hell over here.
Hell yeah.
So I do all that gay shit.
As you should.
Hell yeah. Oh, also.
I know I keep seeing all these posts that are like, is my profile gay enough? No. It can never be gay enough. And everyone that is part of the community, they know that's the answer.
I want to bring back MySpace glitter, like falling down the page with like, I'm coming out playing on the page.
Yeah.
That's gay enough. Like, that is gay enough.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming. We have a lot of people here today, like way more than I anticipated for it being literally about me.
Babe.
Like, who wants to listen to Cassie talk about me for an hour?
You're fascinating and you're the last to know.
Apparently, 15 people did. So I know.
Crazy.
Thank you, Rob and Jay and Jeff. Esther popped in here. Kelly popped in here. We still have like new people popping in here. I don't think I even called out Jared. He's been here from the very beginning. He's like my new BFF on here. So, yeah, thank you everyone for coming and listening to how to build me, I guess. So, yeah, this was all based on my birth info.
Yep. Time, date, and place of birth. That's all I need to read you for filth.
That's all I told her, and this is what she came up with. So, all right. Well, what are your closing thoughts?
No thoughts, just vibes.
Fair enough. Well, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, Cassie, for doing this and for your time. I'm sure you need a break. on the vocal cords after that.
Yeah.
And we did have a comment from Lori saying that she would be interested in a third episode already. So look at you.
Well, all right.
I know you're already scheduled for the 19th.
Woo.
Oh,
Now we got to figure out what to talk about.
That reminds me, one last thing. On Friday, it's going to be an hour later, so it'll be at 9 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. because of Yappy Hour.
Okay.
So that's the event with Bree and Danny and Alicia and Patrick, and that goes from 7:30 to 9. Everyone should go to that. It is super fun. All those people are great. And then I will do a stream after that. That'll probably just be like, I don't know. I was thinking like a group therapy session. Let's just all hang, let's just chill.
Love that.
So, yeah. So, thank you everyone for coming. I think that's like the third time I've said it. And we outie.
Bye.